grace of being a few minutes late. I had everything implode in the last like 10 minutes, which kind of wasn't what I wanted, and I did remember there was something I wanted to do that I didn't, but that's okay. My name is Ellen Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. So I support all my customers here in Australia with their orders and their Stampin' Up wants and needs. And I do support lots of people all around the world by sharing my card making tutorials / mini classes with you all, and I share 2 cards a week. I do a live here over on YouTube, and I do a live on Facebook, which I pop up as a premiere here. I'm also an admin or a design team member on a couple of challenges, and I do share those videos over here as well. So lots of free content for you. I do also do classes once a month, and they are available the month after the in-person class as a video and project sheet tutorial that anyone around the world can purchase. Good evening, Amy. How are you? I've just got my screen up here. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Holly, Charlotte, and Margine. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Kathy. So today we are doing non-Christmas because I did some Christmas projects on my Tuesday video, but we are playing with brand new product, but just non-Christmas today. I have grabbed out the Regal Flora stamp set. I have played with these products, but I haven't played with them wholly solely as a suite, and I've grabbed out the dies. Now you can tell I haven't used these dies because they are not on my magnetic sheet yet. I have also grabbed out the Regal Winter Designer Series paper. So all these products are in a suite together in the catalogue, and they are on page 35. I've got a cheat sheet on the back of my stamp sets. So they are on page 35. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing today. I'm getting notifications galore up at the moment, so just a titch distracted. I got a very important phone call that I actually couldn't take like 2 minutes before I went live, and I'd promised my son I would wash his sheets, so I had to quickly set off the washing machine as well. It's all happening here. Oh, you ordered it yesterday, Kathy. How good was free shipping yesterday? I got the things I needed. I did get my glue dots, which everyone have reminded me of. I got the clear, I'll show you, because I keep my embellishments in them. These are the clear envelopes, so the clear medium envelopes. Hey, Deborah. I use those quite a bit, so I didn't have any spare packs, so I grabbed some of those. Oh, what else did I grab? I needed 2 packs of cardstock, and there was something, I grabbed plain envelopes because coming up to Christmas I'm going to need plain envelopes to send out all my Christmas cards to people. So that's what I ordered. I didn't put in a huge order because I didn't need a whole lot of things. I just needed a top up, but that's why I love free shipping and all those promotions, is I can just do a little top up and then I'm golden, not worrying about anything. So tell me what you got in your free shipping orders, because I'm always curious to see what people order. Sorry, I've got notifications coming up. David's filling out the diary with his new job. He's already got, I think, 5 trips planned all around Australia. So have I missed anyone? Yes, Nicole, the DSP is lush, and I do plan on using it a couple of different ways. So let's flip around and get ready. I do need to do one thing before I get into it. There is a bit of a message that I need to send that I didn't. talk about being distracted. People just don't know when I'm going live and they interrupt. Lucky they were people that really would never have, they're people that would have never have known that I do this, so they can actually be forgiven for the interruptions. Okay, just let me, I do a bit of lining up on my grid, on my glass mat here. I think we're pretty good there. No, do need to come down just a titch, and just like that. Let's see how we are here. I am going to get my overhead light, and I'll be back. Okay, I can see where we are now, and I do. Hello, April. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I think we're good, she says, whilst still fluffing around. No, too far. I think I'm just going to leave it right there. Okay, right, hands off, let's get crafting. So no one's willing to tell me what they got in their orders. Oh, you're all being very, very mysterious. So I haven't asked a big question. Who has this set? I know it went in a couple of orders yesterday, but yeah, I'd love to know if you have it. I am going to be completely honest here. I find this dotage incredibly hard to use. I'm normally not one to throw out a project, but I have actually thrown out like a one sheet wonder. This dotage is very uniform. So I'm just trying to find some other dotage that I can put my hand on. Layering leaves. So as a comparison, this layering leaves dotage is actually really quite random. And I like that because when you stamp it, I want to stamp it random and it looks really good. So one of my challenges today will be to use this dotage. Now, I am normally in the realm of Ruth Trice and use dotage as a finishing touch. But today, what I think I need to do is use the dotage as an understamping. So not actually using it as that finishing touch, using it as an anchor point to... This really isn't working, sorry. Using it as an anchor point first rather than actually using it as a finishing touch. But that's just my opinion, and that was one of my first plays. It never went in a video, but I will see if I can put my hand on the project, which I can actually, surprise, surprise. Okay, so that was this project here. I stamped it all up, and then I added the dotage last, not on this piece, on another piece. I did make these pieces a couple of times, and yeah, I just went, oh my god, I've ruined it. And yeah, I wasn't happy. So I actually omitted the dotage and I added more leaves, and a few more flowers instead. So I made it fuller than what I originally intended it to be. So that's kind of my long answer to the dotage and why I have personally found it just a little bit hard to use. Okay, Sorry, just bear with me one more second and I shall be done. It's normally a 2-second job, but while I was talking and doing at the same time, it turned into a little longer. So, oh yes, very good question about Nicole's wrist. Oh, you didn't place a free shipping order. Fair enough, Charlotte. Well, you can hold on to it until you've got a larger order. Oh, you got the two-tone cardstock. I haven't got that yet. My upline really does like the Autumn DSP scrapbook pack, actually, Holly. So I have heard good things about it. The Halloween, Nicole. Wow, did you make? No, I didn't make this as a one sheet wonder. I just did it as a card front, but it would certainly work as a one sheet wonder. Okay, and this is the other card, or one of the other cards that we have used these flowers on. That was in a live video when we were using the Wildly Flowering DSP. Okay. So that's my comparison of the dots. I will put layering leaves away. You never know. It may come down later. We shall see. Okay. What do we want to do? I want to look through the paper first. There is a project in the catalogue, and I said page 34. And a couple of friends were asking, how did they do that card? So this is the Regal Winter Suite, named after the paper, not the stamp set. We do also have the specialty paper. I haven't grabbed that out yet, but we may do. Now, where's the card? It's this card right here. They said, what stamp did they use to make that background? And I worked out that they didn't actually use a stamp at all. They used this die 2, 4, 6 times to create that background. I thought, ooh, that's something we could do today. And here is that dotage used as an understamping. So you can see how that really anchors the flowers, and they are the other projects. So there you go. I got everything on this page except for the ribbon. The swelling is down. Yeah, you've just got to do your exercises, get that movement back, but it takes time, pain, and therapy. Okay, so let's have a look at the Regal Winter paper. So we have these gorgeous, now these are paintings. They're not, I got this caught the other day and I've got a dog-eared corner. These are actually paintings. They are not real life pictures. Okay, ooh, I'm not minding that yellow. Or this red. Sorry, I'm just wondering what I can do to recreate that first card. Oh, of course, the purple is calling me because if I was to do it, I think like I maybe want to use that as the card base and then this on top. I think I'm being pulled in a purple direction. And then we've got this. So the colours in this set, because I have them right here, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Cherry Cobbler, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Wild Wheat. So it is a lovely, as you can see from the flower pieces, it is a lovely set of colours all together. So I know what I'm doing. I may, which one do I like better? I'm going to go this one because it's got more purple in it. So I have 3 pieces of paper out, and then we're going to go from there and see what we work out. Okay, keeping an eye on these comments. Yeah, Nicole, It's not that I'm intimidated by a one sheet wonder, but I just generally don't make one sheet wonders. I'm definitely more likely to do like a half, so half being half an A4, or just stamp a card front. But sometimes I'll stamp 2 card fronts side by side. I know, just what I do. Okay, so this one is going to be the card front for our die card. Okay, is that done? I may keep this for the inside. Says that I will keep this, maybe, just let me see here. Ruler is going to help rather than guesstimating. Make an educated guesstimate. Okay. Educated guesstimate is that I cut it at 9.5 centimeters. Okay. And then however many I get out of that, I get out of that. And then if we need another one, we can. Okay, so I have those pieces ready. So that's for one card. And I've looked at the cards and I'm not going to re-reference the cards in the catalogue, okay? Because I'm not copying them, I'm inspired by cards. Okay, so this one, going to do that, and then here, that is straight. I have another one of those pieces. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Now I know I said I might do a fair bit of stamping, but it's actually turning out that I might not. Now we have a lot of flowers in this background. So what I was thinking of using is this stamp. Okay, using this greenery stamp and one of the sentiments. So could be, see, this is me, I'm a hugger. Wishing I were there to give you a hug. That, to me, is this whole anything. It's an anything sentiment. It will work for anyone. Oh, that's actually very good advice, Charlotte. I like that. Yeah, taking it one day at a time, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I do. I'll often look at Pinterest before I go live to look at things people have done and go, okay, I won't do that because that's been done, but maybe take inspiration from something and add it into my project. So that's kind of where I go. Do I want to use a circle and then that, and then I can do some understamping using this, cut this out with a die. Yes, we do have a die for this. I'm hesitant to use these frames because I don't want to cover up too much of the designer series paper because it is gorgeous. But yeah, I think I might use Sending Love Your Way and a circle. So I need to grab some dies, some additional dies, and see how we go. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? Marilyn, you haven't missed much. You've missed some planning. That's pretty much it. Okay. My circles, I'm going to use Stylish Shapes because I love the stitched detail. And then I'm going to just pop this up here. I'm going to open this just so I can find maybe a thin die to go with this. Nope. Nope. Now, these are in no particular order. They literally all just get shoved in here. And if I don't have a die that goes with this, that's fine. I shall just freehand cut something that will work. The Enduring Beauty, that's a wider label. In the Rain doesn't have anything. Wanted to Say doesn't. Daisies are a no. Hot Air Balloon, no. Deckled Rectangles, no. Thoughtful Moments, no. Fluffiest Friends Mini Alphabet. Okay, that is very simply done. Okay, what's your idea, Nicole? Just give me a sec. Miss Nicole DSP will be awesome. Yes, it would be. Now, yes, you've given yourself a crafty idea. It shouldn't be too taxing on your arm. So I say go for it. Okay, and I do want this. So I'm going to pop these stamps that I want to use straight onto blocks. Okay, and this one on a block, and then we're halfway there, aren't we? Okay, now circle wise, I do just want to open this. Now, I didn't think stylish shapes may just work. No, yes, maybe this one might work. What I would want though is to, no, I don't think it is going to work, because what I would want is a flagged end one end and tuck it under the circle the other end, which isn't quite going to work with that. I'm not missing at all, it's hiding. So I'm thinking about this one here. Oops. Does this one, is that, if I want to do any under stamping, but then if I use that, it's not taking up too much space. So this is kind of just my process, where that one is like really, really large. And if I'm going, that one might work, because I'll probably stamp it once, then stamp it off twice, and have some under stamping. So I'm taking the second largest. Now, I know I'm going to, oh dear, what do we think of this sentiment? Is this, well, the sentiment can actually go over rather than going under. I'm just going to change the way I'm thinking about this. Over is fine, but my first thought was to go under. Now, I'm probably going to have to revisit these colours and see what I think. Put these away, just so I can start choosing some cardstock. Do you know what? If I put it over there, it's going to go into the abyss, and use my nice stand here. Colours. Regal Winter is here, so Berry Burst is probably not where I want to go. Blackberry Bliss is fine, but I'm maybe looking, so Shaded Spruce is going to be the colour I will stamp my green in. I like that. So you can see there is, I'm actually thinking maybe picking up the Pretty Peacock instead of the Shaded Spruce. So going that blue-green rather than going the green-green, because just looking at the section we'll be covering up. I may even cover up this section here depending on where the sentiment goes. Now, do I stamp on white? That mightn't look too bad. Where's my Blackberry Bliss? It is in the neutrals colour palette. Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so I've got Pretty Peacock, Blackberry Bliss. Maybe some Night of Navy would look really nice as well. Hey Shaz, how are you? Wild Wheat, yes. Maybe I might use the circle in Wild Wheat and then match it with some yes, I'll use Wild Wheat for the circle. I think I like that idea best because then that will pick up what we've already got in the paper. And I do love it as a gold tone. Let's see if this is big enough. Yes, it is. I love using my scraps. That is something left from another project. God knows what project, but anyway. So I'm going to cut this first, and I think I might want the sentiment in white. I'm just going to start there and kind of see where we progress from there. And I didn't actually grab that die out because I wasn't actually thinking. Okay, let's grab that die out quickly. Lucky it is that one here, and it just wanted to fly out for me. Okay, so put this to the side. Now I don't know if we're going to get to the second card, but I'm going to give it a red hot go. Thank you for the thumbs up, Chaz. I appreciate it. 3:30 a.m. So the normal question, have you woken up or you haven't dropped off yet? Okay. I need my plates. Love my mini machine because now you guys know everything I've got on my desk so far, as well as my drink bottle and everything else. Hi Tess, how are you? Welcome in. Early bird catches a worm. Well, it's only early if she's had some sleep, Nicole. So that's kind of the issue. Oh, I'm going goofy-handed here. Great. So that one is done. So I'm going to need a larger piece of this because that's okay. I'll work it out in a sec because I want to stamp my leaf and have it like prominent and then have a stamped off leaf and our dotage underneath. So I'm thinking I'm going to play it smart and actually have a couple of these because I'm going to stamp directly onto it rather than cutting then stamping. Oh good, I'm glad you're staying busy, Tess. That is wonderful to hear. And that moved. I know I should probably use a titch of washi tape, but alas, I am not. So I've got it in place. I'm going to pop this down and I'm actually going to clamp it. So I am really holding that down. There we go. That's much better when I'm using the correct hand, but did I get it right or not? With millimeters to spare. Love it. Love it, love it. And because this is such a versatile thing, see how the colours are going to go really well together here. And just for good measure, I'm going to have another one. Oh, Louisa must be awake and moving. Woken up from a doggy nap. She's not coming in, but she's just outside the door. Okay, that can go there. I do have more just in case. Now, I'm going to just pop this to the side because next I am going to stamp this piece onto, I don't think I have a piece large enough. Now, do I have any scraps cut? And I don't appear to. So, I can't even take out a single piece of paper at the moment. There we go. So, I'm just going to cut off. Just going to cut off a piece that I know, or I hope, will be big enough. Yep, that's big enough. Perfect. Okay. Pretty peacock. We're moving. Not been to sleep yet. Fair enough. Fair enough, Shaz. We know, we understand, it's all good. Hey, Sue, how are you? No, there's never late. You've made it live, and I love that. I'm not doing too bad, Shaz. I was telling the girls I had like five things happen with 10 minutes before I was due live, which was just a titch bit stressful. Now, that is actually really gloopy. So these are distinctive stamps, so I'll show you what I mean. If I stamp this off again, I'm going to get a much more defined effect. So what I actually want to do is push the ink in this ink pad down a little bit. So I have an inky bone folder, and literally I just butter my ink pad, which pushes the ink down. I'm not taking ink away, I'm just putting it where I don't need it. Okay, so just do this. I'm sorry if you can hear Owen talking to Louisa there. I think he wants cuddles because he's not long got out of bed himself. Okay, so let's do a take two. Okay, much nicer. Much nicer. So I will show you the difference here. So this was our very inky version. This was our stamped off version, which still wasn't clear. And once I buttered that ink down, I got this beautiful version, which shows the dark and the lightness in the stamp. I got a phone call. I need to put on a load of washing urgently. And I had to send, like, everything happened. But that's okay. Luckily, I didn't have to go to the toilet, so I was fine. You haven't seen that used for an ink pad before, Nicole. Well, there you go. I'm here to teach. So, on this piece, I want a stamped off version of this. So I want to add my version on top of it. I also wanted to add some understamping. So I'm finished with this color because we're using an eclectic mix of colors today. So whilst we're in this blue family, what I want to do, if my scissors will go in here and stay. what I want to do is use my dotage in Night of Navy, I think. I will cut this out. I'm just not going to cut it out now because I'm kind of in the groove of stamping. You usually use the back of a spoon. Okay, I think that bone folder was already inky from something else, so it just turned into my ink one. So I have my normal one, which is actually inky in itself. So the good thing about this stamp, and I can show you here, it does have dark and light dots, which is quite nice. So I'm going to do a little bit stamping there and a little bit of stamping here. Now you can see I pressed really hard there, and I've got really, really gloopy ones. Now I don't like it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to do... So I just did a little bit of second generation here. I don't like this second generation stamping there, but that's fine. It's fine. We will deal with it. It's a handmade card. Okay, close this ink pad. And whilst we're here, I am going to stamp the sentiment. Okay. Now, definitely using Blackberry Bliss here. Pop all these dirty stamps off to the side. So we're only using so far one die set. How many bone folders do you have? Okay, Nicole, on my craft desk, I have 2 bone folders, but I probably own about 7 or 8 because I do have some in my class kit. So my class kit sits behind me in the corner in one of my carts. So I do have a lot in there. Same with scissors. My paper snips, I have a whole lot of paper snips, but that's because of my classes. So I definitely have a class set. So if I ever lose anything, it's never actually lost as such. It's normally just in my class kit. Now I just got ink all over my hand. So what I do, I use hand sanitizer, and that just removes excess ink. It does not remove the staining from my hands. Me washing my hair or having a shower does do that, but no, it doesn't do it. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm thinking I want to re-ink this. I'm not getting the juiciness that I would like. So this is neutrals. I'm going to shove my scissors in there and twist. Because my hands are jewels and not tools, Blackberry Bliss. Now, they do normally stand beautifully 2 rows. Unfortunately, this storage solution, a lot of you won't be able to access anymore because these are our old wood mount containers that work perfectly for this. Okay, so let's open this up. 15. Oh my God, Nicole. Some are class sets. Okay, good-o. 3, and they're all different. I don't have any different ones. Let's... Okay. Now, I am going to use that bone folder again, but I will use the other side. I think this may actually be looking at maybe needing replacing. That's okay. I will push the ink into it and we will be fine. Okay. it wasn't sucking up the ink, but I'm able to push in that ink really, really well. Okay, that is going to be as even as it will be. I just need to wipe off this ink. And yes, it will stain, and as you guys know, totally fine with it because this is already stained. So let's go again. Much nicer. Now I need to do my stamping along some lines just to work out, because it isn't photopolymer. Okay, so I just need to put the sending a little bit down and we'll see how we go. Put the sending a little bit down. I think we didn't need our second piece. Woohoo! That's the joy of stamping onto a piece of paper, and this does shivers. No, that's fine. This does have printing on the inside, so I can see what's happening. Ah, oh my God, no wonder, Nicole. No wonder, a bookbinder. So is that profession bookbinder or hobby bookbinder, Nicole? I would love to know. Oh, yes, that would be lavender in from karate. So I just need to cut out this piece here. All good? Oh, you got kicked in the face. By who? Oh dear. Oh dear. I suppose that's one of the perils of karate, is getting kicked in the face, isn't it? Okay, so pop these up here so they're together. Bring back in our die cutting machine. I've got my die there. Oh, Shaz, you do bookbinding too. Oh, wow. I didn't know bookbinding was so popular. I've done a lot of stamping and we're putting it on that.
Nice.
I'm not there yet.
Other than getting the shopping from Chapman's, is there anything I need to do this afternoon?
Probably not.
Okay.
I think that's it. Pack your bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Joy needs some help this afternoon, and it'll be good to head up to hers because it's closer to.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't update you. No, I just remembered just now.
No, that's fine. Just get those two things from the one shop for me, and that's all I need.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you. Ooh, that worked out really well. So you can see the colouring works really, really nicely. Okay, that there, these can go away, and I think we are up to constructing. Oh, wow, Nicole. That's amazing. Okay, so let me see what we think of this. I don't know. I don't know. Or whether I put another stamp off, because I can definitely do that. So here I've got some purple popping out top and bottom, and I do have the gems as well. What do we think? I'm just going to have a drink of water. Yes, Sue, the DSP is beautiful. We went through all the DSP at the start, choosing what we wanted. I'm not loving this circle. I'm going to cut it. I don't know what colour, but I'm not loving the wild wheat. I'd be happy to stamp the background in wild wheat maybe, but I think that wild wheat is sucking the attention away from the designer series paper. So I'm thinking possibly another white one. Possibly. Tell me what you think. Well, I want it to have connection. I want this flower to be seen. So I could drop it further down, but that doesn't change the fact I don't. You agree, not the basic beige. Charlotte, you're a gem. Why do we not think of the amazing basic beige? Because it is a perfect neutral. Because it's, yes, it's a colour without being in your face. And then I can stamp those images in basic beige on the background with this over the top. Perfect. Yeah. As soon as, and part of that is the dotage in the background. Like, I don't know, the dotage is just a bit, I'm not sure about it. But anyway, that's fine. We'll get the machine back. I'm hoping, no, this will not fit. I will have to do a little bit of creative cutting here. Hopefully that will be wide enough. Okay. Please excuse my nose blowing child in the background on the back of a cold at the moment. No, that works perfectly. Goodo. Just a bit of a pirouette. But do you know what? We're better to try and fail and then find what is going to work like we want it. So do you think maybe some wild wheat, or just stick with the basic beige and let these colours kind of sing for themselves? Okay. That off, so we can already do a test. That on that, there is still a really nice pop there, so that's good. Oh, a quick hello, Cindy. Thank you for popping in for a quick hello. Oh, and love, thank you. Dinner's ready. Well, save some for me for lunch, or a wash of wild wheat. Could do that too, but I need to clean some stamps because this has pretty peacock on it, which really isn't what I want for the background. I definitely want something a little more subtle, so I've wiped majority of the ink off. Oops, grabbed silicone matte, which I don't need. Kathy, we don't sell vellum anymore, so I don't use it. It's very sad, but if I can't sell it, I don't share it. That's just how I kind of work. But yes, vellum would be a great idea. Basic beige is a wonderful in between where we were. Okay, basic beige ink. So for those of you who don't know, basic beige is a new basic colour in our range. This is a very new ink pad. So you just need a little bit of help because I do have peripheral neuropathy and it does affect the strength in my hands. So I do just need a little bit of help, so I use the tools around me very effectively to help me out. Okay, so I want one going one way, oh, very subtle, and one kind of going the other way. They're actually really, really subtle, but that's okay. And maybe okay, so I'm liking what I've done here much better. The colour is working so much better. Liking the dots, actually thinking maybe a few more dots. I know, who am I? And then maybe just a little bit up here, and then that will give us a little bit of a graphic look, that because we've got floral, and then this will give it a little bit of a graphic look in the background. So using the same elements, different color and a slightly different design to the original. You can use the vellum. I am not stopping you guys from using vellum. It's just I can't sell it to you. And there are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that still choose to use vellum. And you know what? That is totally fine as well. It's just I prefer to use what's current and not disappoint my customers and people watching when I say, hey, I've used vellum, but oh, you know what? I can't sell it to you. So that's kind of my thinking behind it and why I do it that way. So just give it a little support on both sides and up the top. Okay, perfect. Oh, I can hear my washing spinning, and considering there's a quilt and sheets in there, it's not off kilter, because I've recently fixed my washing machine. Don't put them away. I need them for this. That was a good catch. Thanks for reminding me. No, I reminded myself. And then I think we might be able to quickly do the other card. So 3 there. These can just be thrown at the back there. Done, done, done. Show you the stamp set we're using, and I do just need my take your pick tool. Great. And I definitely want to put this on, I'm thinking Blackberry Bliss, but maybe putting it on basic beige may also work in our favor because we have used it. I don't know. Okay, so not quite. Okay, I did rip it the teensiest bit, but it's not too bad. So just actually going to use this so I can better visualize where I'm putting it, and that's pretty much in exactly the same spot, which is not useful. There we go. That's no. Take a big deep breath. That's better. I just wanted it a little bit more even. So this piece I am going to glue down. Sorry, I'm just putting my tools where I can then use them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one in the middle for good luck. Pick it up, turn it over. Going to put it evenish, top and maybe a bit more towards the bottom. Liking that. Making sure I had the flowers that we are going to see upward, not downwards, because I see these flowers as upwards, and when I put them that way they look upside down. But hey, that's just my opinion. You may actually feel like they are in the correct direction, upside down. Yes. Yeah, calligraphy, I can't help you on that. I have trouble enough because of my hands writing normally. Look, I think I do pretty well card making actually. So yeah, stick with me, not for calligraphy tips. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this like this. So kind of like it a little bit down. Whoever suggested me putting it a little bit further down, I don't, yeah, I kind of want to put it even further down and go into okay, it is not quite straight, but we will get there. Okay, now the gems. Are they these ones? Yes, so these are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy, and Shaded Spruce. So we did actually end up only using Pretty Peacock and Blackberry Bliss on this, but let's see what works. See what works. Do you think... I don't know. Night of Navy may actually just work on this. So these are called Regal Foiled Dots. So, and they are all the same size. I'm actually quite liking the, I think that kind of splits. Just because putting them together is probably a little too close. But maybe, no, because that's lifted up higher. Okay, so I don't think this one needs anything. If anything, I may use a little bit of Winker Stella. Maybe. Okay. Pick this one up and pop it just up here a little more. Winker Stella would look a really nice subtle look on these leaves. Whoop! 10-minute lesson. Oh my God. Wow. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm trying not to wet this too much because it will reactivate the ink. So I'm just trying to do just one swipe, and I need that scrap paper just to see. I just had a titch of ink on here because it does reactivate it. Okay, how are we going? 102. Do you reckon we can do a second card, guys? Not that I've finished this first card because it's crooked and I haven't put it on a card base. But what I want to do, I bent this too. Damn. It is crooked. And I move the gems. Ow, I just poked myself. Okay, I'm going to have to leave it. And now I've got, do I have actual blood marks? I don't know, but I've now marked it. Go for it. You're up for a second card. I'm going to add that to a card base at the end, but what I want to do, I don't think I drew blood, but apparently I did. Okay, where did those gems go? Those gems are hiding under here. Let's put this here. Okay, so I have ideas. Just going to move a few things. So this is this part. We're going to use this stamp to, or this die rather, to create a background. So these pieces directly after this video will go onto my normal magnetic storage because that bends the dies. So bring this up here, grab my plates again. Now probably should I put these on adhesive sheets? Yeah, I probably should, but we are not. I should have enough room to pop them on pieces. Okay, so let's get this going along. We are going to get a whole heap of pieces here. Okay, just making sure we did cut totally, not quite, but that's okay. I know where it kind of went wrong. Just went wrong on the very edges, but that's okay. No one's going to notice, so that's fine. Just going to pop this on an angle so I can get all the sides. There we go. So I'm just making sure the whole die is under the mat, like the clear mat. So then it's going to cut much better. So I love that this die is just falling out. I think I need 4 or 5. I don't think I want 6. I'm not sure. We shall see. See how many we get out of this, and then I will need to use my my die brush to get these pieces out very quickly. So I am going both ways just to make sure I'm giving it a whole lot of pressure. Yeah. No, I've used adhesive sheets with dies like this before, and I find it helps immensely. But that's just my opinion and for me. So let's go again. Normally, I would clean my plate between every one here, but today we're not doing that. We're flying by the seat of our pants. Okay. Because what I find is if I now use the die brush on just a piece of Designer Series paper, I find that it will definitely curl the paper a lot more than what I would want it to. Yeah, you don't, it's not a piercing die. No, it's not a piercing die. It does actually cut physical holes. No, definitely physical holes. So this is kind of like a greenery piece. I don't know. Okay, if I rip this off, I can now use it portrait and see what we get. And most of the bits have fallen out, and we are perfectly going to get 5. Will 5 fit across the card? I'm not sure, but we will see. So we've actually, without me even realizing it, I could make this next card portrait, but these will have to go on landscape, if that makes sense. Okay, let's... No, these are embedded in now because I've die cut over it, but I will show you a couple of ways we can get these out. So I can use my die brush that piece does not want to lift up, so just use my paper piercer and that pops out. Okay, that is totally clean. I'm very impressed. Did bits go everywhere all over my desk? Yes. Was my cleaner here yesterday? Yes, thank God she doesn't watch my videos. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of all those pieces first. I've got a whole piece in my die. So this is the way to use a die brush, is recommended with the piece actually in the die. Okay, so the die brush really isn't recommended just to use directly onto the paper. And now, there you go. That's just fallen out. And you can see out with it came all of, or nearly, yeah, all of the pieces, because I ran this down. Now, what I will do to support the piece of paper is grab the piece of foam that comes with the die brush. So I'm going to be a lot more gentle, and then I'm going to kind of do both sides. Now I can see here there is just a few stubborn pieces. So that is 2 done. Now, I have set up my Take Your Pick tool. The die brush is a secondary piece. It doesn't come with the die brush. You do have to buy it separately. I don't think this one cut. Well, maybe it did. They just don't want to come out. That's okay. We'll go through and poke them all out. No. How rude. Owen said no. So. Love to know what's happening on his game, but if I look over, there will be no productivity. Okay, so this piece is going to have to go in a place that I can cover up this center part. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. This one looks pretty good, actually. It looks like everything will just come out, and it pretty much already has. Which is great. So just bear with me. These are the mundane bits of card making. If you want something pretty and intricate, you got to work for it. There is a piece here and a piece here. Okay, done. And Just give this a couple of wiggles. And look, if there are pieces left in, because this is going to be a background piece, it truly won't make a super huge difference. Okay, just gather majority of these pieces together. We've had Miss Louisa, the household guide dog, come and visit. So all that confetti is now in my recycling bin. Okay, this is where I'm going to cut my card base. So we will finish that card. I don't know why I stood up. I still think Blackberry Bliss is part of the Regals, where it's actually now gone to the neutrals. Okay, what did I miss during that? Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. They may make a mess. Gosh, that did the trick. It sure did, Shaz. Yeah, but do you know what? On the glass mat, just doing it the way I did it just worked perfectly. Okay, trimmer. Let's do these card bases. I can stick the other card to the card base and then have this one ready for the next card. Okay, 10 and a half. Hopefully I did just score that right. I'm hoping so. Yes, I did. Thank you. I just had a moment of, oh my God, what did I just do? Now we're going to use our non-inky. See, it's a little bit stained, but we're going to use our non-inky bone folder. So I've already pre-scored, which does just help giving us that crisp fold. And I will probably also need some centers for this, so I might just cut those centers now while I am here and I know I have a decent sized piece of paper. Because normally I go through and have a whole lot of card fronts or inside pieces ready to go, but at the moment I have absolutely used them all. There we go. And there we go. Nicole, I would have to borrow a dryer sheet from somebody because I don't use dryer sheets in my dryer. So, yes, that is what I would have to do. So, let's grab this, pop some glue on, and pop. This was just working. That is probably a little close to the edge, but we will soon find out. But I think this will just pop beautifully on this colour. And I was right. I love that. That looks really, really nice. I will... Besides the fact I stuffed this end, I'm just going to need a mini dimensional on the end here. So let me, while it's here, take off the backing of one. There we go. So taken off. Apparently not. This really, my dear word, lucky I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, that's all I can say. have I now massacred it? That just pulled off part of my nail. They're desperate to be done tomorrow. Right, take 2. This does not want to come up. I have no thumbnail at the moment to pick it up, so let's just pop that there. Much better. Okay, that is that card done. Now let's bring, this is this pattern, but we're using the Blackberry Bliss side. Pop that there. Pop this here. Perfect. Don't need those. Need this glue. Okay, so what I want to do is create this tone on tone effect. So you can see how just using that looks lovely. Now is 5 is going to be good, but this piece I want as my middle piece. So you can kind of see where we're going. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 2 outside ones, and then we're going to go from there. And then I think I'll use the die to do the sentiment, but I have a feeling I'm going to need my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for that. Just want little dabs of glue. I kind of don't want to put them everywhere as such. So there we go. There's one piece, and I'm happy that they're not totally flat. It does just give a little bit of dimension to the card.
Am I just using Dot's credit card?
Yes, please. Okay. Great. Come on, tack down. I did put glue up there. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just need to add a dot of glue. There we go. Dot of glue, and that one is staying down perfectly well now. Okay, so the sentiment I think I'm going to use is wishing I were there to give you a hug, and I think I'll use some of the flowers in the background. So I'm pretty much just using like 4 dots, 1 at each end and 1 in the middle. There we go. So these don't have to be even or anything like that. They just have to be there. Okay, and then when I've stuck all these down, I'll put a big block on it just to get that glue to definitely adhere. Now, if I did want that middle section that didn't quite cut out, now not all of these popped out either, but I'm not being too pedantic about it because sorry, I've just got to kind of maybe line this up. That's not going to work. think I've got sticky hands now. That's part of the issue. And they're now center one. So they're not quite lined up, but they are as good as we are going to get at the moment. Okay. So I wish the spacing was a bit more even, but look, in the whole scheme of things, it's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to get my big F block, which this one is actually relatively clean, but we're going to pop that up and over here because we don't need it at the moment. What I do want to grab out is this piece. And I still have sticky hands. Oh my dear word. Okay, right, that's off. Whew, that was an effort. Okay, so, oh, that's okay. I can just cut some of it off. Now, I'm assuming this stamp does fit in there. Yes, it does. Okay, so this one I am probably going to stamp first, then line up. Now, I am going to stamp it in Blackberry Bliss because we pretty much are going for a monochromatic card. You can use your scissors or your bone folder for this, but I just pop it in and twist. And that, not too far, like the blade is nowhere near, it's nowhere near the foam, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. My word. Okay. Happy with that. That's as good as that's going to get. Now, kind of looking at the flowers that we've got here and thinking what I might like to do and what colours. Maybe we stick with that basic beige because then that's not adding in a competing colour, but it will add the flowers. Okay, so I open that. We just need a couple of blocks. So this one, I was thinking I might just only use that one. Kind of go down here and up there. Now, I am running out of blocks. I'm not going to clean, so I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to do test stamping on here. So just to see how that stamps. So oh, I like that. This this basic beige is just so versatile. So, and see how that just fills in the white space, but it doesn't overtake anything. Really, really happy with that. I will grab my scissors and give it a snip. It's like the perfect neutral. Perfect neutral. Night, Shaz. Sweet dreams. No problems. Thank you for dropping in. I always appreciate it, Shaz. Okay, so just snipping that off. Popping that there, grabbing back my machine. Geez, we've given this mini machine a great workout today. Great workout. But you can see now how simply this card in particular has come together. So we'll just use this really big sentiment. So because I've got the flowers, I like the flowers on the curved sides, and then we've got the severe squared corners on the side where there isn't any extra embellishment. Okay, so seal this down so it doesn't move, and then crank this through. Perfect. Oh, wow. Oh my God, that detail is stunning. I'll show you in just 1 second. Okay, so can you see that beautiful detail? So you actually get a line around the curves, and then you've got that stitch detail. And we also have a little frame. So I could actually use this frame as well if we wanted. So let's just see how this comes out. Or you can use the frame by itself. So because I do actually have stamping on that frame, so we could use a double frame. Tell me what you think. Or I could pop this centerpiece up and then put the frame on the outside. I think that would look really nice. Okay, just pop these things back. Just bring in our card front. See how this is going to pop on here. I think I'm definitely going to have to add some of our Blackberry Bliss gems just to pop it up. And let's just slide in here. Oh, I don't know if that's too severe. I'm actually possibly thinking of grabbing some basic beige. And so that's it on the Blackberry Bliss. But this is it on some basic beige. I actually like the pop of the basic beige. Popped up sentiment with the frame around it. Thanks, Charlotte. Drink time. Okay, so let's get things stuck down. So I know we had a card base before, but we changed our mind, and that's okay. Great. So let's stick this down. So this is the card I got inspiration from in the catalogue. So we've just created this tone-on-tone background with 2 of the designer series papers. Okay, no, just pull that down a titch. Okay, great. Put this on dimensionals, and I do need to put gem right there, because I did transfer some ink, which wasn't the original plan. Dies. The die cut. Yes, yes, that may be right as well. I kind of think it might be a design feature, just to have highlight the curved corners. But yes, you could most certainly put foliage in there, and that would look really great. I hadn't actually thought of that, so thank you for that suggestion. Take these off. Pop this in or on, because this frame isn't going to work without this here. So I'm actually wanting to pull it a little further down, but I am covering that area that didn't die cut. So look, no one knows about that area except for us. So I need to be, because these are slits and this is wet glue. Do you know what I'm actually very tempted to do? Because the glue is going to come through the slits. So I'm actually going to turn this over. Don't use super glue on a silicone mat, because you kind of wreck the silicone mat. So just our normal Stampin' Seal. And because the silicone mat doesn't take on the adhesive, I'm able to just get adhesive where I want it without as much mess. Okay, I think that's good. I'm kind of only going to get one shot at this, but let's see how we go. So this is this, that is that. So I'm just going to damn. Okay, hold it where there isn't glue, Ellen. That's the trick. Okay, so I've got that nicely in place there. So I just want to push it in a little bit there. Yay, it worked. I do just want to pop these edges up a little bit. They just got caught on a little bit of glue there and just here. But wow, that frame, I hadn't thought we were going to use the frame, but it certainly does add some dimension and texture. I love that. So here's a look at it. So you definitely can see it. Kind of thinking I may need like some extra dimensionals actually, because I wasn't as generous as what I normally am with my dimensionals. So I've just taken the backing off that one. Damn. Just go under, please. Okay, so that is now holding that corner up. And this corner, no, that corner's fine. I think I just needed one there. Great. Now, some pretty gems. So we kind of need to go there, in which case I will go over here. And then I think just a single one over here, and I think that is our card done. Or we've done 2 cards. Yes, you could use this bundle for a whole lot of different things. And I think even the flowers would look great for Christmas as well. So using Christmas flowers, so using red flowers, and then just having a Christmas set on it. Absolutely, Nicole. It is fun. Oh, hello, Debbie. How are you? Thank you, Debbie. I cased it from the mini catalogue, actually. So I have used the Regal Flora dies, which are now in bits and pieces. But what I might do is try and pop them back together so you can at least see what I have used here. They will eventually go on my magnetic sheet. Let's see how we go. I think I only used 2 of these dies. So that's, oh no, I actually used 3 because we use this large column piece. Okay, so I've used the Regal Flora bundle. I've also used the Regal Winter Designer Series paper. Okay, so for that I used this die. Cuts out both the large piece in the middle and the frame in one pass. So I decided to use them together. I also used the matching Regal foiled dots. So I used both. I used Blackberry Bliss on here to match. So I'll show you close up again, and then I will show you the first card that I made. So this is using the Regal Flora again, so using some basic beige. We did try another color first. We tried Wild Wheat, way too overpowering, so we just took it straight back so the pretty peacock leaf could shine, and I have just added in the Night of Navy foiled gems as well. So you can purchase all of these. Oh, sorry, the other die that I used that isn't part of the suite is Stylish Shapes. So I used the largest long banner and the second largest circle. So if you would like to purchase any of these products and you are in Australia, I do have a shop link below. I did use a little bit of Winker Stella on here as well. What else? I do have my class tutorial link below if you wanted to purchase videos and project sheets of any of my classes. They are available below. They're just 10 Australian dollars for those, and I release a new one every month. I have everything next to me to film my next one, which is Enduring Beauty class. So that's what is coming. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please give me a thumbs up and make sure you have liked and subscribed to see more videos from me. And I will see you next Tuesday with my premiere video from my Facebook Live, or I might see you over on my Facebook Live. Have an amazing weekend, and I shall see you soon. Bye.